Hey there guys, and how you all doing today? My name's Rob, aka Chrom3maGik, and welcome to episode 2 of the Commentary with Every Gun show. Today we're going to be talking about the MP7, but first of all I just want to apologise for my kind of nasally voice. I've actually got a pretty bad cold at the minute and hoping that it will subside in the next few days, so when I'm doing my commentaries obviously my voice will sound a little bit better, but hopefully you won't mind anyway. And hopefully I can give you some good tips during this video. So for those of you that don't know, the basic principle of the Commentary with Every Gun show is to go through each gun, what they're good at, what they're bad at, and my recommended setup for them. So let's get down to it. During this game I'm using obviously the MP7. I'm not using any attachments because it was the first game that I'd unlocked it and it was the first game that I was playing with it, and I found it really good, I have to admit. I'm using the Akimbo FMG9s as my secondary. I'm using the frag and concussion grenades. I'm using sleight of hand, blast shield and stalker as my perks, and I'm using the support strike package. So the good things about the gun are it's got a very low amount of recoil. This means that you can spray and pray. If you're really close to somebody and you need to turn around the corner quick, then you can pre-fire as you're going around the corner, and the recoil shouldn't really take you off the target that you're trying to hit. It's got a slightly slower rate of fire than the PP90M1, but what it does do is, I believe personally, it makes up for that in the amount of damage and power. According to statistics, it's actually got the same, but I don't know why, it just feels slightly more powerful in terms of the amount of bullets it takes. If the PP90M1 takes 5 bullets, the MP7 seems to take 4, if that makes sense. So I just thought I'd mention that it's actually a really good gun. It feels really strong, and with it being the first game that I'd used it, I didn't think I was going to get on too well with it, but I actually really love the gun. So the bad things about the gun: the iron sight is pretty big. Hopefully you'll see me aim down sight in a second, and you'll see that it takes up a hell of a lot of the screen. There you go. And it's not the best iron sight in terms of the aimer as well. It just feels a little bit weird, looks a little bit weird, but as long as you're pretty accurate you can do some good damage with the gun. Drop off is unfortunately pretty quick, so the further away you are the less it does damage to them, and that's one of the bad things that I think could be maybe overcompensated by using proficiency, but I'll talk about that more in a second when I talk about my recommended class. So I just think the drop off is fairly bad. You'll be 10 meters away from somebody and you'll take them out really quickly, and then you'll be 15 meters away and you're just like spraying forever. But overall I think the gun is a really good gun, and if you're used to using the sort of SMG range, shotgun range, this gun can do some massive work for you. So my recommended class setup is the MP7 obviously, with the range proficiency. Reason why is, as I said, to make the drop off over distance be a little bit shorter. I'd also use a silencer. Reason why is you don't want to be on the radar when you're moving around getting into enemy spawns, and that's what you should be doing with this gun, because after all it's an SMG, a high power SMG that shoots fairly quick, and it's just the best way to play with the gun, I believe anyway. I also believe you should use frag and concussion grenades. Reason why is the frag can be used for kills that are further away that you can't necessarily hit with the MP7. I'd also use extreme conditioning for when you're rushing around with the gun, quick draw for when you need to aim in really quickly, and stalker or steady aim for obvious reasons. Move around quickly when you're aiming down sight, or using steady aim to be able to hip fire anyone if you need to. I do believe in the right hands this gun can be a force to be reckoned with. It can be really good to use. So now comes the point where I talk about the previous episode, and in this episode we are looking at the Type 95. If you want to click on the annotation around the box of the video, then please do so. Hopefully you'll enjoy that vid and get some good information about the gun. Also, if you also want to watch future episodes in the show, in the Commentary with Every Gun show, there will be a playlist in the description which will be made as soon as I can. Hopefully it'll be done by the time this video goes up. And yeah, so hopefully you all enjoyed the video, and if you did, and if you took some good tips from the video, then I'd appreciate it if you'd please rate, comment and subscribe. Cheers guys, and take care.